Shalom Aleichem, blessed souls. This is Dharma Talk, and I thought we would try to sweeten up the atmosphere in the world. I was talking with a good friend tonight, J.I. out in this creation, and he agreed it might be a good idea to read in Hebrew and translate to English and add some explanations according to the oral tradition of Israel to help others who are interested in learning how to chant or say psalms, or otherwise known as Tehillim. So let's start right away and see where we go with this. Your comments, questions, concerns are always welcome. This is from chapter 4, Perek Gimel, and this chapter, Perek, is dedicated, or had the intention of educating those who had fallen short of the mark, and to help them realize that it's not worth their while to seek what seems to be glory, and then come to realize that it's only temporary glory, and actually there's a truth which is eternal. Therefore, when a person realizes there's a truth that's eternal and glory that's only temporary, one will want to shed oneself from pursuits of temporary glory and seek the truth which is eternal. Therefore, they'll turn back, and then they should find simcha amiti, true happiness. So verse 1 in chapter 4 in Tehillim reads like this in the Hebrew, then we'll translate it into English. Lam natseach bin ginot Mizmor LeDavid. So Lam Natseach, translated into English, means to the conductor. And this song, Tehillim, was written by, of course, none other than King David. And what he would do was, in his times, when sacrifices were offered, that songs were sang before, during, and after the bringing of the korbanot, the sacrifices. And the conductor was known as the Lam Natseach. Okay, so one of the classic commentators of Torah and Tanakh, Rashi, mentions that although Lam Natseach is generally reserved for someone who was the conductor of those services, actually every Levite, because the Levites were the singers in the tabernacle or Mishkan, or the Beit HaMikdash, the Holy Temple, that actually every Levite who sang was worthy of this title, because from the word Manatseach is derived the word Nitzachon, which means to triumph, and that any person who strives to master him or herself and to overcome their entire being just in order to serve the Most High, okay, this type of effort will elevate the person, elevate his family and environment, and if he's really good at it, he can actually participate in the general elevation of the creation according to his specific service. Now, in this psalm, the next word, the Neginot, this is referring to a type of instrumental music. The musical instruments that were used in the temple service were known as Neginot. It was an elaborate type of instrumentation that the Radak mentions, David Chimchi, that there were intricacies in the music of the temple, and that music, study of music, is an essential wisdom. So I personally suggest to all of you blessed musicians of the creation in this time to realize that you've been blessed with an essential wisdom and to use it for positivity. Why? Because music, melodies, have the ability to lift a person from their previous circumstance of perhaps feeling blue and melancholy, and to actually experience a sense of elevation, which is basically called Hit'arrut Nefesh, arousal of the soul. It allow the person, to empower the person to realize there's more to perceive than just fleshly perceptions, what just the eyes can see, the ears can hear, the nose can smell, and of course what the mouth can taste and touch, and of course what the hands can touch. Now, the next word is mizmor, which means a song. Of course, mizmor, David. Continuing, in the second verse, Bakari Aneni Elohei Tzidki B'tzar Hirchavta Li Chaneni Ushma Tefilati. And the second verse continues in the words of King David, also known as the sweet singer of Israel. When I call, answer me, O God, O Creator of my vindication. In my distress you have relieved me. Be gracious to me and hear my prayer. The third verse. B'nei ish admer chavodi lichlimo tehavun rik tavakshu chazav sela. The third verse reads in English, O sons of great men, until when will you put my honor to shame? Until when will you love futility and seek of deception? Salah. And the last word in this verse, Salah, is alluding to a sort of level of eternality, which some people seem to be stuck in seeking deception. And unfortunately, their hearts have been closed and their minds are a little bit closed. And they'll pursue it in a way that if they could, they would pursue it forever. But of course, the Most High has His ways to send the wise of the ages, whether it be of the children of Noah or the Israelite sages, to share teachings of Torah to help them get the real score. So blessed souls, I see we're running late on time and we've only covered 3 verses, and hopefully the next film will continue with verse 4 in chapter 4 of Tehillim and Psalms. So in the meantime, Sababa, rejoice, Ahav Echad, Gorel Echad, one love, one destiny, Yukalan for all of us. Badarki Nolam, in a pleasant way, Badarki Shalom, in a pleasant way and in a peaceful way.